But you're back, and that's what matters.
Yeah, I'm back. So yeah, I was explaining the room you were in is like similar size, 5 by 5 meters, but it's completely round, and it's the whole walls are covered by like screens, like different kind sizes of screens. Um, and in the middle, there's like a small plateau that's higher up, and there's like a thing. It's like neatly displayed, and it's like it looks like a small mace. Like you have a normal mace, like to hit with like a weapon, but it's smaller. Maybe like a wandish like, so it can fit in your hand. It's fairly nice detailed, but it's not very structured. It seems to be asymmetrical. There's like a big ball you can see from a distance. Um, so yeah, it looks like a very strange device that you see there.
Okay. Is it enclosed?
No, no, it's just open. It's something you can just pull off if you want.
Um, yeah, I'll take it.
You take it. So yeah, you see actually when you take it off, there is at the bottom. It looks like a data port. That's what we'll call a USB port. It's
Yeah.
like a data port like in, and at where it was standing, there is like an where you can click it in. So this is like our standard like connect to devices thing. So it might be like a giant USB, but it wasn't clicked in, but there is a port and you're able to click it in if you want.
I will click it in. I will see what happens.
You click it in. At that point, the thing starts glowing, like the whole bowl, but also like you see small stuff around the base of it, the shaft, and like small lights come off, and you can see like symbols. But the lights start spreading, and you see like it's almost like the old electric cables start lighting up around the room, and it just
Mm-hmm.
spreads out around this whole room, goes out of the room. So all of you start seeing all of these lines come out of the room, these blue glowing lines, and everywhere, and everywhere
Sorry.
these runes start showing up like on the walls, and all your electrical devices start like misbehaving. Um,
Does that mean my cybernetic parts as well?
your cybernetic parts, you can feel the power is getting like drained. Your eye is getting like low light. You having trouble like adjusting your eye. It's harder to walk. Luckily, the gravity is like not that high, not the highest, so you can still like wobble, but you feel like the power is getting drained from it. Um, you who was actually pocketing money in you look around. There's this big flash. You're blinded for a second, and the captain who was again walking towards the arch is gone.
Wait,
Um,
as in,
Okay.
for Astra, the servers one by one light up like with this. They had like a normal red light, but they start glowing blue, and light comes from out of it. They start slowly blowing up.
I get the fuck out of the room.
As soon as you start running, you feel like the gravity is going away again. So
Oh,
you're able
no.
to move, but you didn't have your boots like clicked on to be like connected to the ground. So it's like an air run, like whoa, and then you put on your shoes and start walking again. The lights go off again. Asmodeus, who is in the room with all the screens, all of these images start popping up on the screens. Very, very different images. You can see planets that you've been through, the main planets of you guys. Other planets, you see people, you see cities. Um, so all of these images go by. What you make for me? Let's see if you can make this. Let's make a check here.
Oh boy.
Modius. Yeah, like, are you in panic, or are you like I have to pay attention? What is his?
He's he's looking almost stubbornly at the screens. So he wants to get this.
He wants to get this. Yeah, you may roll either a careful or a quick, whatever you find more suitable.
Mm,
So you roll a careful. So yeah, you have a +1 on there, and you have a +2, so +3. Um, you detect, or the images you're seeing are one. They're not only from this universe, but they're also from another universe, and maybe even others. You see races you've never seen before. Images, but from the images you do recognize the races of, the images seem to be older. Basically, the technology you recognize as like vehicles and stuff, they're like older models like classic cars for you guys, and classic ships, classic phones. So you see these images like passing by, and there's pictures. There's like they're like the 30-second like videos, and they're just popping up. And then when you're looking at one of them, keep looking at them, you see the face of your captain like on one of the screens, like looking at you with his dark eyes.
sorry, could you tell it again?
On one of the screens, Captain Amsterdam's face pops up, like looking at you, like without any sound, and like the space behind him is like completely bare. You might see a ground, but you don't see like an open space. But there's no like trees or rocks or buildings. It's like a completely empty land behind him, and he's like looking directly at you. And then all the screens go off. Let me see. John, we're still in the hallway, seeing the captain eject. Your machine parts are like slowly losing some energy. You feel actually this whole construct. It's getting warmer. You feel it's getting faster. You know, at this point, you're getting in the atmosphere. You need to get away.
Okay. I whistle on my fingers because my mechanical parts are being fucky right now.
You're in space. There's no sound.
Shite. I do my best to move into the room of Asmodeus. Does it work with my jammy leg?
Yeah, you're able to, like I said, like gravity's down a bit, so you're able to use that as an advantage to get towards him. The mechanical boots your guys wearing to have like they still work, but slightly bad than they used to. So sometimes it will lose, like one shoe will lose grip, and you need to make sure the other one is still working. Then you get grip again. So
right.
Movement is like worse than it was before.
All right. Well, when I get inside, I'll grab the shoulder of Asmodeus, and I'll kind of shout to him, we have to go now.
Yeah, your communicators again. You have communications. They are not completely down, so you're able to. We gotta go. Like you get like slowly the message goes through.
All right, and then I try to push him towards the door because he can walk more proficiently than I.
Asmodeus, do you take the device? You take it out?
Hell yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Like, do you hide it? Do you try to hide it when he comes in?
No, just grab it.
You
Just
grab it.
keep it in my hand.
Yeah, so as soon as you take it out, like there's still a slight glow, but it's slowly fading. But there's a slow for a second there.
Right.
And you start moving out. Astra, at this point, you also feel this whole thing coming down. You see them leaving the one room with this object.
I'll follow them.
Follow them. Sure.
Oh, but in the meantime, I'll also try to look for the captain because I have no idea where he is.
Yeah, you'll look around for the captain. No captain to be seen. You don't
I'd
even
like to shout to her that what I saw happen. The flash and him just disappearing. I explained that to Ezra.
You fucking what? All right. I'll just continue to catch up with them.
You catch up. You're all leaving the building now. The door's open. Does any the treasure slowly flying out of the door, like into space?
I turn around, see all the gold floating up, and I scream. I just no!
all the goings, and you can see slowly fire starting coming out. Like it's still like a 20-minute. Well, I would say it was 20 minutes to get here, but you now know the most direct route. So I think you can make it in. Well, it's still 20 minutes because of difficult movement.
So I look to the gold, back to the ship, back to the gold, and I'm like, blast it out to heaven, and I start running towards the ship.
Start running towards the ship. Yeah, that's all of you. You're all running towards the ship, is what I'm guessing here. Let me get
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all of you can either make a forceful or quick roll.
That'll be forceful by me.
Oh my god! How does this happen?
Extra how?
Well, again, Osmosis, this you rolled a net 20 basically. You have all pluses. You do still have 2 points left, Astra. Also, the other characters could use one of their, maybe one of their stuff to give you a coin to do it for you. At this point, let's see if all minuses. You rather want to do a reroll than a +2.
Can I spend a coin so she can reroll?
Let me see what aspect can you think you can use to help her?
Well, basically the getting soft for people. So I
would
just
say you can either use Cancer popular, but you can also say prone to start a mutiny, knowing the captain has disappeared. Like somebody owing you something might be great right now. Like you can decide between those two.
Yeah,
She's the only pilot.
I'll take the mutiny because I need everybody I can get to start this mutiny.
Sure. So I'll take one of your coins, and then as for you can choose, you can either take a +2, which gets you to a -1, or you can re-roll to see what you get.
Alright, I'll try to re-roll. Oh god, what am I... Whatever.
Oh, that's a 1. So
I mean, it's not a negative.
yeah, so
Yeah,
with a
luckily.
5, a 4, and a 1, everybody's in the okay, and a 5 and a 4. Like, she's slacking behind, and really John is, helping her to get, Asmodeus is scouting to, oh, where's the ship, and taking the most direct route. And John is, dragging her around, the mechanical parts that are slightly not working anymore.
It's beautiful.
Just a
Astra is
limp,
just
fat
too much
guy
used
trying
to
to help
swimming in
you.
water and not used to swimming in space. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Basically.
And you probably have looking at the score, you probably had the worst suit that's extra big and clunky and very old. Okay, so yeah, you all
that's rude.
get to the ship. You close the doors and you see the doors are closing, but it is some trouble. It's slowly closing behind you guys, and it's not in this. It's getting freezes sometimes
Can I just
Door
push
closed.
the doors closed?
Yeah, you help push
Oh.
the doors. Yeah, no problem. Make sure it's really stuck. Yeah, who's gonna fly?
Me.
Sure. So Astra, you jump in the pilot seat, do the stuff to get the thing to on, like push some buttons, make some switches. The thing goes on, but yeah, not all the lights you're used to going on go on. You have the feeling what happened inside of the treasure place has also affected the ship.
Oh dear. All right. um, is it still possible for us to take off?
We'll see. Let's see. So in this case, let me get yours. Yeah, you can use let's say you can use a flashy force real quick to see if what you see you can get started.
All right. Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Nice.
Got a tree. Okay. You know this ship is not going into space, but you can get to the planet safely on the location of your choice. But you know
Okay.
most of the ship, it's basically if you go into space and something goes wrong, you're fucked. Going to the land and check your vehicle is the safe bet right now.
All right. I'll turn over to the crew. I'm just gonna say, buckle up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, and we'll head to the planet.
Sure. Is there a
I
specific
just
place? Is there a specific distance you wanna? Like the other thing is like crashing on the planet as well. Do you want to be close to that crashing of the meteorite, or do you wanna go somewhere else? There's not much on the planet location wise, as far as you.
I wanna, close to the meteor.
Okay, so you start. You should basically grab a safe distance from the meteor and start following it. So we see you following the comet. The comet at some point lands in this water. There's like this big splash and a wave, and like lots of steam going off because it was completely filled with fire. And it creates like a small smoking hill on this planet. Getting close, checking like the planet's data that you have. The water on this planet is like above. It's like 1.5, not slightly lower than 1.5 meters. So it's to the middle of your body is basically the height of most of the water on this planet. So that's why there's a
Okay.
small hill now created. So you land the
All
ship.
right.
I'm just because of your tree, you already know because you did some system checks. Your communication, currently your main communication, which you could reach the other ship, is currently down. You know
Typical.
this ship is not gonna make it long in space. Like if you go back to space, it could make it probably like 4 hours, maybe not even. It's just out of reach of your guys' ship of Macguffin.
Okay.
So you land the vehicle. It's I would say the ship is high enough to be like mostly above water. So water is not filling the ship.
Okay. Just turning around to look at Asmodeus and John again, and just is everybody all right?
John has slumped onto the ground, head in his hands. Does it look like I'm okay? And
You're gonna be fine.
he points to the general direction of the treasure room. That must my life's work right there.
Your life's work.
You see these cybernetic parts? I lost my limbs trying to get to that place. And now it's gone.
Well, I mean, it's not completely gone. We're basically... Wait, how far away are we from the meteor?
So
Did you not see the money flow away?
There's probably still something left. Whatever. I mean, isn't it always the treasure is just the friendships we made along the way?
What gay shit is that?
Oh, you're such a girl.
I'm just messing with you.
I want to go outside.
When I see Asmodeus getting outside, I just sigh, get up, and follow him.
Won't you die if you go into the water?
So yeah, the ship's above water. You open the bay doors, basically. It's like you're on basically on a ship in the middle of the water. You see all the sea. You do see like the island it created from the meteorite. It has, of course,
Yeah.
its size has like diminished like a large bit, because of it burns off. And for the rest, there's nothing around. The oxygen, you guys know, is breathable on this planet. You don't have to like.
So the moment
Go ahead.
the moment I see the water, I'm like, shit. It's all water.
I mean, that was really pretty fucking obvious.
But, I mean, yes, but still, the fucking money is there. I'm not going in that water.
And I'm not gonna carry you.
You wouldn't even be able. Do you see this godly body? Too much for you to handle.
I see parts I can sell for scraps.
Now you're going too far, lady. I don't like that tone.
Well, deal with it, I guess. I mean, we're stuck with each other for now.
I
That's
hate
true.
that you
So make
point
the best
that.
of it. Okay. A fish lady. You can swim, right?
I am taller than the water currently is. I can walk.
True.
You know, Ashra, swimming would be faster than walking through such high water. You're a pretty good swimmer.
Okay. Still gonna walk though.
still gonna just to make a point.
Yeah.
So, are there still spacesuits?
Yeah, you still have your suits on. Like you just took your helmet off to check
Alright.
the air. You still have them. There might be like a spare one, but it's like the one that's left is very small.
So put my helmet back on, and like a cat, slowly get in the water.
Slowly go.
I'm walking behind him, so I'm just gonna give him the extra push.
And I just go face first into the water.
Is the water deemed safe?
You don't. There's no notes on that. You know that there's for some reason the planet is not deemed livable. But you don't know if the water is safe to be in or not. It does look like water, it's not like acid or it burns everything off. It does very much look like water in.
Is it clear water? Like, can I see the ground?
Yeah, the ground it's just like wet sand. It's just sand on the bottom.
All right. Um, I'm I'm just gonna take my spacesuit off.
Sure.
I'm just going for a swim.
You're going for a swim. No problem. Yeah, you jump in. It's very clear water. Um, you're the most. It reminds you like of swimming pools. Like the seas at your planet, they might be sometimes very clear. Um, but then there's like lots of shells and coral reefs and fish. This does not have that. It's like almost completely empty also underneath the water. Um, you do, however, while swimming, you find some coins that are still from the asteroid that fell off. They're still like they're a bit melted, but they're still worth something.
Wait, you said there were coins?
Yeah, so coins from the treasure that fell in the water.
Hmm. All right, I'm gonna grab one and I'm going to throw one at John's head.
I tried to catch it.
Uh, do you want to try and hit his head, Ashra? Is that what you were doing?
Yes.
Okay, so this is something that's in the rules. So basically, what we're doing is you're doing a contest. You're basically doing an attack and a defend, is what your guys are doing right now.
Oh boy.
Astra, so you can like how were you throwing it? Were you like being flashy about it, forceful, or doing it fast so that he was noticed? What was your approach you think you were using? Sneaky might also be an option. Like you were like we can say you're not clever or careful. It's like one
No,
of
no.
the others.
I'm not being sneaky about it. I'm doing it quite flashy.
Sure. You can roll.
Jesus
Again,
Christ.
like this only really like natural runs basically is what you're doing.
Oh, I
It's
want
like
my dice
4
back.
minuses.
Better swim, girl.
I can already tell you, Jint, as soon as we get better into the game, I will allow physical dice. Because I don't
Okay.
there's a thing with rule 20. If you roll fast after each other, you will get the same thing over and over. We haven't got it, but I know with like if you roll d20s, sometimes it will be like 17, 17, 17, 17. It's like
Oh.
okay,
Ooh.
so John, yeah, for you it's gonna be a quick.
Alright.
Oh,
Well done.
it's a tie. I would say like it hit his head, not as hard as you expected, but he catches it before it falls in the water. I think
Yeah, I
that's
don't
what happened.
even care that it hits me. I just coin.
Yeah, this
And I'm
coin
like-
is worth this is one of the more expensive one. This is worth 100 credits.
Where do I put that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let's see where we have some space. There's extras. Just put it under extras.
And about the other, like I was stuffing coins
you've
into
been
my
stuffing
pocket.
very much into your pockets. And I would say you would go to like the expensive heap. Let's see how many
Yeah.
I can get. Let's say you're able to put like 77. So let's say that was like 7,200 credits. So now you have done 7,300. And how I'm doing this, like, I'm trying to compare it to our own universe. So basically, a car is like 20,000, basically. So a spaceship would be like a high-end spaceship would be like private like yacht, but like a smaller end spaceship, I would say it's like 2 times a car maybe. Like the one you have right now is like 2 times a car. It would be like 30,000 credits or something, 40,000.
Cool. So once I catch the coin, I turn to Astra and who did you get this?
I mean, it's basically everywhere around you.
And I dive into the water, like all fours,
All fours.
rubbing through the sand for more coins and other valuables.
I think there's probably more malfunctioning than just his mechanical parts.
The right side of his brain is also mechanical, right?
It's probably
Probably.
non-existent by now.
Yeah, true.
So you're searching for coin?
Yep.
Okay, so roll for me either forceful or fleshy, because that's the way you've been describing it. How you were going in through the water. So 4. Yeah, you follow. You see a coin, and it's one coin, and like you see, because it's clear water, you see it shine. There's pretty good sunshine on this planet. You see another one, and slowly you're going to like what's left of the meteorite. At the bottom of the meteorite, when you get there, you find like a small pocket of like one clump of everything like melted together. All the coins have been melted together, like a big pile of coins. It's like one clump of like bronze and gold and silver. So yeah, you get some loose coins worth 235 credits. This big clump is pretty heavy, but this is gonna be worth a lot. You don't know how much, but it's gonna be in a range of like almost at least 100,000 credits.
All right. So 235, you said.
235 extra, yeah.
Can I look around for the human valuables that were in the meteorite, except for the coins?
Sure. How are you trying to look around? Where do you start your search? How are you?
Yeah, nearby where we landed, I guess.
Yeah, just near the thing itself. Okay. Well, basically, I'm trying to see which approach you're using. Well, you're not using quick because you're taking your time. So it's probably going to be either careful or clever, which is the same for you. So you got a 3. I'm just thinking of stuff of Earth that would survive something like this. Any ideas? Anyone?
No, I'm thinking.
What human item would survive something like this?
How about art? Like pieces of art.
Yeah, I think that would have been completely like burned up. Is what I'm saying.
Alright, the frames of like paintings,
The frames of paintings.
like golden frames, or like
Yeah.
jewelry.
Golden statue
Yeah,
jewelry.
let's
Yeah, or something like ore.
let's
Yeah,
say
just
let's say that.
like-
Let's say there was a painting that was so like protected, like lying in the bag, but maybe it's like completely. Okay, I don't know. You find a safe.
A safe.
Yep.
Okay.
Like a pretty big safe.
Okay.
Alright, I can open that for you.
I'm gonna open that myself, mate.
Alright, suit yourself.
You're more the forceful type, I guess.
Yeah. Currently, it's like mostly still underwater. It's it's not. It's still like completely whole. It has some dents, but the water has not got in. You need to get it on the ship before you're able to open it. Like you're not gonna open it in the middle of the water.
Hey, forceful cook, you want to help?
I neck my knuckles and I come over and I try to pull it out of the ground, out of the water.
Yeah, like with the two of you, you're able to get it to the ship. Astra, while you're swimming,
I also place the lump of molten metals on top of the safe to also escort to the ship.
sure. Astra,
And
while you're
underway, I say,
okay,
this I dips on this. This is my clump of metal.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
all.
just interested in the information in the safe. Let's see.
So Astra, while you're swimming, in the distance, like in the far distance, it takes a time to see, but it looks like you've heard of these. You have never seen them, but it looks like a small sailing boat heading your guys' way. Like on your planet, they use like more technological ships, so seeing a sail ship you're not used to, but it's heading your guys' way. Like a
Is
small
it still very far away?
still very far away, and there's not much wind on this planet currently, so it's gonna take a while.
Okay. Is it too far away to see if there's any sign of life on it?
Yes, at this point it is.
All right. I'm not going to trust this. I am slowly swimming back to the ship, but on my back, so I keep my eyes on the sailing boat
Like
heading
an
this way.
otter.
Hmm?
Like an otter.
Yeah, like an otter.
Yeah, you keep your eyes. You see them like getting this like all the stuff like putting it into the ship.
Yeah, I'm not gonna help, but I'm going into their direction.
Sure.
I'm just there for emotional support.
So what do you do?
Are you guys very busy with the safe?
Well, it's on the ship right now. They're just putting it down.
All right. I'm just gonna keep looking at that little sailing boat, and I'm just gonna say, did something else crash with the meteor? Or am I hallucinating?
The captain did.
Oh yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Well,
Unless the captain turned into a boat.
I mean, he's a bit of a weird guy. Wouldn't be surprised.
Why do you say that?
Maybe you should have a take a look at this.
Okay, I wander off to take a look.
Yeah, for you see the same, but for you it's more confusing what you're actually seeing. It's like why is there this big flag on on the ship? Like why do you need such a big flag on a vehicle?
I look at Astra and say, is it dangerous? You think?
I mean, yes, but also no.
Do we have any weaponry on our shuttle?
You would have all your standard weaponry on you, so I would say everyone had like what they feel like. You might have a melee weapon and like some kind of gun, because there's no bonuses for what kind of gun you guys have on you. So I know you have like one at least pocketed in one of your secret compartments.
Cool.
But all of you are have like some kind of like
Is that
bullet weapon.
is that besides the cannon in my knee, or is that? Are we talking about the same weapon right now?
Yeah. No, it's beside the cannon. You have like a
Alright.
probably
Then
like a
I
pistol or a rifle or
yeah, like a small hand blaster thing.
yeah, exactly.
All right, then I take out the small blaster from my arm, and I just keep my eye on the boat.
Do we have a looking glass or goggles in the shuttle?
I would say like the helmets on the suits have like a zoom in function.
Then I'd like to zoom.
Start zooming in.
Yep.
Yeah, you see 3 people on the ship like manning it, It's gonna hold much people on there. So it's like maybe like a seven people like boat. There's three people and they're pointing at the meteorite. That's where their focus is on. Um, they
I start to stress out, and I say they're coming for the money. What races are they, by the way?
So from what you can see, there is at least one of them is. Let me get my notes here. So one of them is one of the races we haven't discussed, which is the bovine. So he's like a big goat-looking minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
There is what might be a wether.
All right.
Looking at it, and there is a mare, clearly a mare on there. So you see, he's like half, like he is parts of a lobster.
Do you see weapons, John?
No.
You don't see weapons like
do I?
drawn. They might have them like, on them, but you can't zoom that much to be able to make out what the difference is between like a bag on or a gun at this point.
Could I use my X-ray stunt for that?
Sure, if you want to use your once per session stunt to see. So you want to use it?
Yes.
Okay, so you use your stunt and you're basically like swifting to like X-ray vision.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see through the ship. So basically on their ship, you can see a lot of like food, like vegetables, like inside of the ship. And they do not have anything that seems like weapons. You make out they might have like an oar to row with. They might have like an axe, but nothing like high technical, or it doesn't really seem it's they have weapons for weapons. It's more like a knife because they might need to cut something, or an axe that might chop down something.
Right. Then I turn back to my crew, or the crew, and I say,
Already taken over the ship.
well, they do not have weapons on them. However, they have some tools that they can defend themselves with. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to the meteor to defend my money. And I make my way back to the meteor.
To the meteor, you're going to the meteor.
Yep.
So you're just stumbling, like jumping around through the water to get to the meteor as fast as possible.
They will not get my coin.
Okay, what are you two? What are the other two doing?
I'll stick with the ship. I don't trust it.
You don't trust it. Are you closing the bay doors, or are you closing them, or are you just leaving them open so you have like good view on what's happening?
No, I'll leave them open
Sure.
for a good view and to make sure that we don't leave anybody behind.
Sure. How about Asmodeus?
I want to see what's in that safe.
You're at this point gonna try to break off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the locking mechanism it's not your like expertise, but you have like a gadget lying around to be able to open this thing. So it's a very like human looking safe. So the safe itself might be worth something because it's just like it survived this, and it's human, and it's very very old fashioned. So you get the safe open with your technology. In the safe. Wow, I was really hoping we got to the safe later so I could think of something.
Sorry.
Yeah, I would say it's full of. It's basically I know they have them in America. They're like time capsules. So basically, they're like pictures of Earth. There's like different like CDs and like LPs. There are like some like USBs in there, so they might have stored some like home videos and stuff. There are posters, there are maps. Like it's full of human stuff, which are worth a lot to the correct person. By the way,
Okay.
for the Aries Alliance, they are very against people having human stuff. So it's kind of contraband. They don't like people listening too much to like human music and having human TV shows. Like you can get them. Some people have like a big library, but they're not. They're a bit of contraband.
Okay, are there any important looking documents in the safe?
From what you gather, this is like real Earth stuff. So if there's an important document, it's to no more word than that it's human. Uh, Basically,
Okay.
if you have like the deeds to Earth, you have no idea where Earth is, and if this document is still like valid, basically.
Okay. I close the safe and go outside and stand next to the ship.
Sure. So the sailboat slowly is heading off to the meteor. They now see you as well, you guys. They kind of give you like a weird look when coming over, and like one of the guys just stands up on the ship and starts like waving towards Asmodeus. Like big waves, right? It's like whole arms, like more like showing that he knows you there. He does look. It doesn't look like he's angry or anything and grabbing a weapon. He's just.
Okay, I just look.
You're the
Just
fucking
look.
diplomat.
I was cast out, okay.
John, you're
am I-
like at the meteor, right? Do you climb up to be dry, like to have a better position?
Yes, I'd like to get up, immediately turn around towards the boat, point my gun at the boat, and
Oh my
shout,
God.
"This is mine!"
So they like they like slightly turn the boat a bit and they pull up their hands like, "Oh, sorry, friend. We don't mean no harm. We just saw this thing come down and we thought we should have a look."
Can we hear them?
I give a suspicious stare,
All of you would hear him, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
put away my gun, and shout back, "If I see you with one piece of me treasure, I will bless you all to kingdoms come."
They look at
John,
you.
settle down, please.
Treasure? Sure, yeah, whatever you want. We'll take nothing. It's like, are you? Is this whole thing treasure? And he just looks. For him, he just sees like a big rock.
And I look at the meteor, realize how this made look, turn back. Yes, this rock is mine. This is my rock.
This is my rock.
Sure, no problem. And then they slightly go off. It's like, so, why did you drop your treasure on our planet then?
We didn't drop our treasure on the planet. It wasn't our treasure yet, but it is now.
Right, like, are you? Is it just the two of you?
Yes.
I'm not here.
They haven't know. You were in the ship, you said. So.
Yeah, I know. Good.
There's just him and me. Just blue guy and fat guy.
Sure. No problem. You guys okay? So then, if you're okay, we'll move on.
We are golden, sir.
Astra, you
I,
know you probably need some parts to repair this ship.
Yeah, I
just
was
as a
about.
reminder there.
Yeah, I was about to go to say. I'll just. I walk out of the ship, but I'm more like stomping.
Whoa, who's that?
Wait, you have a prisoner? No. They don't believe John that much. It's like, okay, his treasure, sure. Oh, there's. Are you with these guys?
Unfortunately,
Well, hey, listen here, all right? If it wasn't for me, you'd be dead.
Well,
Don't listen to him.
Is
He's
that true? 'Cause
malfunctioning.
I don't know. If I haven't met you, I think I would still be alive. I don't. Oh, you were
He's
talking to her.
malfunctioning.
Yes.
So sorry. It's a bit of a stressful situation. You guys see? It's only two of them right now. Like, the mayor, he's not on the ship currently on the boat.
Hey, where's your swimmy person?
They look around and they're seemingly as surprised as you guys that he's gone. Like,
All right, I'm pulling out my gun again.
oh, he's just a scaredy cat. He's probably just hiding beneath the water.
Well, tell him to get back up.
Friend, come out. It's safe. Could you
I
put out
guess.
the gun? I think he would come up if you take away your gun again. And do you take away your? Oh.
Hello?
Oh, is it back?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah, it is.
Discord was crashing for a second again there.
All right. So I don't put away my gun just yet. I just look at my crew to see if they want me to put it back.
John, lower the gun.
And I lower my gun.
So at that point, like the lobster person, like crawls, like literally crawls back on the ship. It's like, I'm sorry. You scared me.
I mean, if I had his face, I would be scared too.
Right? Oh, sorry. The other one goes ahead. So, all of you are okay, miss? You okay as well? You want to be with these guys?
Kind of not, but I don't have a choice.
Hey,
We kind of crashed.
well, you can come with us. I mean, you don't have to stay with them, but I don't think we can get we don't have like a ship, but
You got any parts?
well, we might have some stuff like laying around. I don't know what. Not that many, but some.
Laying around where?
We have like a small town, small settlement, like 2 hours, not drive.
Sail.
What? That's that I'm not native English speaker. It's like, what's the word for when you're on the boat?
Swim.
Sure. 3.5 hours swim that way. With the boat, it's 2 hours.
There are
Just
more
like-
of you?
Not many. We're small community around the look.
Define not many.
They're like looking at each other like, 100? Yeah, 120?
And he calls that not many.
Mhm. What do you do in this planet?
We live
Do
here.
you just... Yeah, I figured that out, but do you fish or do you... What's your occupation?
Not much fishing. We have like a small. We have found some plants that are able to grow here, so we have like a farm-ish community, so we're able to grow some stuff.
The vegetarian.
Sometimes like,
Okay.
a trader comes by and we're able to do some trading.
Okay. I look to Estra and ask her, do we need anything for the ship?
We need
haven't-
a lot of things for the ship.
Do you have a report, a status report?
Do I have a status report?
Yeah, you know that like you don't know what kind of parts you have. You know you either need to fix communications so that you're able to communicate to the ship to get closer to where you guys are to get to the ship, or you need like something to get you like further just slightly further into space. It's like one of those two options.
All right. Well, we can't communicate with the ship, and the blasters are pretty much dead. So it's your choice, Weary. I mean,
Hold on one
I
big
kind of
damn
like it here.
second.
I don't really think that rock John holds is gonna help us.
I'm not leaving Mitsushi here.
To be fair, John hasn't helped us at all at this point.
Fucking seriously. Again, if it wasn't for me, you'd still be on this burning rock. Probably beneath it.
At least it would be under fucking water. And not in that dry head of yours.
Listen, young lady, I will not have this talk with you. You may mock me with my dry brain, but I'm the richest guy here. I have a lump of molten coins.
And what are you going to do with that treasure? You basically have a rock. Right? For how long? From what? From who?
From any other scavengers. They came here, looking what this rock was. I'm not having anybody else snoop around, while I have a lump of coins lying in our ship.
You are.
Someone needs to stay guard at their ship.
The three guys are just staring at your guys' conversation in confusion.
No.
To Asmodeus, come on, now, give me some credit here. We can't leave our ship unguarded.
It is true, and also he doesn't get far, so there are only the only way to travel is ship, or he can walk. So
Well,
I think it's better to.
Boats. I mean, we're not gonna make you walk. We can bring you to our settlement.
Yes, but I'm not leaving our ship, and that's also different. Not while there may be other scavengers around.
Is it possible for the ship to fly to that settlement?
It's possible, but it's gonna take a roll to see if you damage any more systems. Because you haven't repaired anything
I
yet.
wanna help with that.
You haven't repaired
Somehow.
anything yet, so.
Ooh, can I, me and Asmodeus, try to repair stuff?
Yes.
Because
You can try,
I'm.
but then, just so you're aware, then the boat is gonna go away. They're not gonna wait for you. If you're gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna repair, we're gonna fly to you," you guys are not gonna say, "Okay, we're gonna wait here and see you guys do it."
Okay.
They
Astra,
also,
what do you
they
think?
also tell you like the coordinates of the place in case.
Oh,
It's not like no one gives you that, so it's not like if you send them away you're lost. But
Yeah, I don't trust these people, so I don't like the idea of hopping into their boat.
okay.
Finally, some decency.
Then we're gonna try to repair some things.
sure.
Is there like a storage area on this ship?
The ship is mainly storage area.
But
it's
are there
basically
like-
a flying
like-
truck? So you have like space for 6 people in the front, and
Mhm.
then it's like a big storage area in the back.
So in this storage area, are there like chests or lockers or anything?
You would have some lockers. Yes.
Alright, I take my lump and push it in one of the lockers, close it. Do they have a lock?
Yeah, you can lock it.
I'll lock it and come back to help with repairs.
Okay. So is everyone gonna help with the repairs?
I guess so.
I'm keeping an eye on the boat people.
All right.
Yeah, they're leaving. Your guys are like, oh, we're gonna make repairs and gonna leave. So you slowly see them just leaving towards they say their settlement is. They're probably gonna say it's like, stay away from this place. There's an idiot who wants to shoot you when you get close.
Once we're back on the main ship, I'll have one of our main cannons pinpointed at this meteor on this planet.
You are so fucking useless.
So yeah,
Once again, I saved your life.
so is that like who's gonna do repairs? Who's gonna start the repairs to see if they can make it slide?
Well, I will not start with them
I'll
because I
start
don't
with them.
know shit. But I'll help with like following directions on how to repair.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't have your mechanic with you. But what you guys want to do is you maybe want to stabilize the systems you already have, because the systems you have, what you want to do are working. You basically want to stabilize what's there. So I'm just gonna have a look at the difficulty skill. So you need to do a fair. You would need to do with the three of you together. You need to get a +3. Like I would say, Astra is taking is doing the main thing here. So you're choosing the strategy that your guys are taking. We'll see if minus is counted. I haven't decided yet. Let's see what you guys roll. Best case scenario, I'm not counting the minuses. Worst case, I am. I would say you're not doing a forceful or flashy. So
I'm
you're
going for the
either
clever
doing
approach.
Clever.
Clever?
Clever.
Yeah, so everyone roll clever to see if you together get like a +3.
Nice.
Well, that's actually pretty good. There's no minuses there. And so Astra,
I think
finally
this is the
a high
highest you rolled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
5, so
first.
you only
I'm
had
good at something.
minus and +3, so you have 5. You +2. And Asmodeus is trying to understand what needs to be done, but he doesn't like when your guys are saying that he's doing it wrong. He's like, he doesn't like people complaining that he's not doing a good job.
No, I have
He
my
just has the
other-
manual upside down.
I got my other skills.
So
I
Sure
see.
you do, bud.
you're able to stabilize all the systems, and you did like a more than enough job. So like even if you go to space, all the systems that you already have are not gonna be an issue.
So, a question to the DM I have been having for a while. Do the three of us, did we know each other before we got here?
So you've been traveling at least for a period together with the captain. It depends on you guys how long you have been on this ship. That could be, say, like he recently started a new group for the end, because many people left, like, let's say 5 months ago, but you could have been with him longer. I would say probably Astra would have probably only joined like 5 months ago on this ship. Asmodeus, seeing where he came from, probably similar, because he's trying to make connections, so he hasn't been long with this group. For John, you can decide if you've been longer with this captain, or you could have been with other captain.
I think I've been on this ship as long as a couple of years.
Yeah, so that would be 3 years. So you're probably the other guy on the ship. Grab his name again. Jack Skis has also been like 1.5 years there, so you probably know him a bit better than the other guys.
Cool.
So yeah, so you know each other like very well, but the captain hasn't been like on like very special missions. He's been focusing on this, so you have not been like robbing any ships or other like heists, or you've been focusing on this mission like the entire time?
All right. So, I wanted to ask this because we should be able to know each other's name.
Yes.
But because I heard Asmodeus call Astra Fiscal, I turn around with this sudden realization, and I, with my cyborg hand, I kind of flick him on the chest, and I'm like, "Why did you call her Fiscal? You know our names. Are you too pompous to call us by our own names?
I call you just John.
Then why don't you call Astra?
Heat of the moment.
He just. I'm not gonna call you fucking.
You called me
Well-
blue hair before.
Haven't I?
You did.
So we're even then.
I guess so.
All right.
And I go back to repairs.
You know, that was like one of the only like your former captain. Well, still your captain, maybe your former captain, Montgomery Amsterdam. He was very trustworthy. He wouldn't let you guys do things you really didn't want to do. He wouldn't like. He almost never killed a person unless it was really, really needed. Yeah, he was very trustworthy, but he had like he was like strict like a bit. Like he would never say like good work, and he will never, almost never call you by your name. That's like a real thing he did. But you all of you did trust him, because you know he was gonna like even at the end, like at the point he was like gonna share the treasure with you guys.
At one point during repairs, I'm like, no, fuck that guy,
Which guy?
Monty.
What? We don't even know where he went.
Oh, he's calling us names and shit. He just pushes us to a fucking asteroid.
He was going to share the treasure with you. You do
Yeah,
realize?
how much do we know that? Huh?
Does that fucking matter?
Well, it fucking does. We could have died out here. You almost did.
Yeah, now I'm alive. I'm like a happy fish in the sea.
Well, our treasure is like slowly being burned, or was almost burned. How much are you getting now?
I don't really give a crap, to be honest.
Then how are you gonna buy food? You think the what's a ship called Macguffin? You think that's gonna have endless supply? I'm not gonna cook for you if I have no supplies.
Well, I guess I'm gonna eat you. Or sell your parts.
I don't think I appreciate this. I cook for you every day, you know that. Just me.
And I appreciate what you do. But right now, you need to shut up and we need to get this repair going.
And after that, then what? We go back to a ship or to a town and then get supplies, parts, repair this thing, hopefully, get back to Macguffin, and then what?
Then we find a new treasure for you to hoard, I guess.
You guess. And like how what treasure? What map?
I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
That
We
was
have
the
no captain right
captain's
now.
job.
We have no captain right now.
Then we find a new captain. It's that easy.
I don't think it's that easy.
You want to know what's in the safe?
I fucking turn around. What's in the fucking safe?
What's in a fucking box?
Valuables. Okay, now quit squabbling and let's go to the town. It's gonna be alright.
Is
I
it
still
though?
think the captain is a dick.
He really wasn't, but whatever, man. Whatever you say. You should really get your parts checked.
Well, please go ahead, because like you're the engineer here right now. No, thought so.
Wait.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to see if there's an aspect I can force you to try.
Mutiny.
But unfortunately, there's no aspect in your. Let me check his sheets. Nope. There's nothing I can use at this point to force you guys. Wait, maybe Asmodeus. Nope. Crap.
Sad, we should get more aspects.
Uh,
So, are we done complaining?
I want to say no, but I don't have any arguments, so I guess I'll say yes.
Good. So let's get on with it and get the fuck out of here.
Well, since you're the pilot, go ahead and start the motors.
And I think she does. And you guys head off towards the encampment. Should we take a small break?
Perfect.
That's-
Yeah.
I'm hungry for snacks.